Hello everybody, how's everything? Welcome back. Last time we have spoken about the D group. Today I'll be talking about two different Incoterms. They're very similar. Some of us get confused on the differences. FCA and FOB. FCA means free carriage, FOB means free on board. Okay, now what's the difference and when do we use FOB and when do we use FOB? Basically, again, like I had just mentioned, free on board. It's usually used for cargo or shipments that are loaded on a sea mode of transport. It can be riverways or it can be ocean. Also, in some cases, sea. Basically, again, it's free on board. The risk on the actual seller will be you'll bring in the container, the shipper will stuff, the seller will custom clear it and load it onto the vessel. Here his risk will stop. Okay, FCA, free carriage. Free carriage is basically saying that I will do the initial part for the FOB, which is to go and get the container stuffed. I will take it, but it won't always be a vessel. I can load it on a train, I can load it on trucks. It can be used for all modes of shipping. Basically, we will load it, transport it all the way to the agreed location. Okay? And this will be it. Today will be a very simple explanation for the two Incoterms, FCA and Now for our questions and answers. Last time we got an interesting questions. There are two questions from the same person. His name is Imran Khan. Okay, he had specifically asked for today's starting question is, what are the main factors for terms and conditions of shipments? Okay, basically the main factors are what you and the actual buyer agree on. You always have to make your terms and conditions where they will go by the actual Incoterm. Now you can't, put an Incoterm that says delivery duty paid and then put in your terms and condition custom clearance duty is not applicable, it has to be paid by the buyer, etc. So your terms have to always obey by the you can say the umbrella or the law of the actual Incoterm that you quote your customer in. There are some things that might not be listed. Okay, you need to clearly discuss them with your buyer. That way he will not feel that he was deceived when you're actually handling the shipment with him. Okay, this is question number one. Question number two. What should be taken care of in a shipping agent quotation or price? Because it seems shipping agents always keep some hidden charges in their provided quotation. Okay, I actually did face a lot of that. You are completely correct. It should not happen. When you actually do a business deal, regardless, you should be extremely transparent in order not just to win this shipment or this sale, to continue. Because in the end, as a customer, if I feel that I am deceived or I did not understand something and then I went ahead, okay, as a shipping line or as a agent, you did protect yourself legally, but I always push my sales team to explain exactly on what's going on. Unfortunately, not all logistics personnel have good experience in logistics. Not everybody that says I am an expert at procurement, he's actually an expert. This is the world we live in, so you always have to explain. Now, as a logistics manager or a person who's in charge of the supply chain, please make sure you read your quotation, you go through it to make sure that you will not be tricked, or you will calculate that an X shipment will cost me an X amount of dollars, but once you receive the invoice, it's like 5 to 10% extra because of all these hidden charges. These things you need to pay attention. Unfortunately, a lot of times there's a lot of hidden charges, and when you're doing your cost, always think of the worst case scenario. So when you quote, don't just come up and say, just take the big chunk. The big chunk a lot of times will be the ocean freight, okay, or the air freight. No, always calculate it on the worst case scenario. So once you get it approved by management, or even if it's your own business, you're considering the worst case scenario. So whatever it does not come up, it will be a plus. Instead of the other way around, where you actually just look at, oh my gosh, it's only $2,000 to ship the shipment, but when I'm invoiced, it's about $2,200. You basically, before you do your COGS, your cost of goods sold, you're basically taking it to the worst case scenario. That way, whatever you actually save, it will be a plus. Okay, thank you guys once again. I'm trying to make our videos more short and more simple. That way we can always leave some more time for anybody that has questions. I would really, really appreciate to receive more questions, so that way we can start benefiting. And believe me, when I'm asked, I'm also learning at the same time. Once again, please subscribe if you have not done so, and have a great day.